Hi everyone, Lily Markle here. I just wanted to share a quick self-massage session that you can do from your home without any props and without hiring a massage therapist to show you how to relieve muscle tension. So join me on the floor. I'll give you a few minutes to set up. If you have a pillow, we'll start with a little bit of seated dropping in. So feel free to elevate your seat a little bit. Bolster, pillow, blankets, anything will do. Start to settle in to your body. You can close your eyes. Feel the weight of the body sinking toward the floor like a rock sinking to the bottom of the ocean. The weight of the legs and pelvis, softening the belly, relaxing the shoulders and the jaw. Soft tongue, relaxing the facial muscles around the eyes, cheeks, and mouth. Allow your attention to draw inward toward your breath, the flow in through nose, throat, lungs, and back out effortlessly through the lungs, throat, nose, or mouth. Tailbone is heavy, and the head and chest feel light and airy. Allow your breath to deepen ever so slightly. Feel a buoyancy, especially around the rib cage. See if the breath can expand on the inhale outwards or sideways from the ribs. As you exhale, feel a narrowing or releasing in toward your center. Belly button draws back toward the spine ever so slightly at the end of the exhale. Inhale, a widening and expanding sideways in both directions. And exhale, a drawing in and back toward the spine, a softening. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, releasing, condensing. And take 3 more rounds of that balloon type of breath here on your own. Feel the vitality as you draw that breath, that prana, into the body, clearing the mind. This right here is a massage in its own right, internally, inside the body for the organs and tissues. And at the end of that final exhale, slowly let your eyes open. And come onto all fours, on hands and knees. Okay. So starting here, just with what I consider my favorite yoga posture now is moving the spine in as many different directions as possible. So we're going to start with cat-cow. Most of you are familiar with it. So as you inhale, allow your belly to drop towards the floor, but mostly thinking the chest comes forward and up. As you look up, let your shoulder heads wrap back behind you. And as you exhale from the navel, lift it up, rounding the spine. Let your upper back reach toward the ceiling, pushing the floor away from the hands and the shins. Breathing in, reach the heart forward, shoulders back. The head and tail follow in that nice arched spine. As you exhale, lift from the belly, rounding into that cat. And just a few more rounds, your pace. Inhale, open the front body. Exhale, open the back. Inhale, open the front. Exhale, opening the back. And if it calls to you, you might allow a little bit of a rotation in the pelvis as you move through your cat-cow spine. So it could eventually end up being more of a circular movement in one direction and then the other. Letting the head follow the movement of the spine without holding any tension in the neck. Beautiful. And then coming back to a neutral spine, we're going to play with a little bit of calf massage. So I'd like you to take your left foot and we're going to cross that shin over the right calf and just start at the pit of the knee, face back so you can kind of see where I'm going, and drag that shin down the length of the calf there. We're dragging from knee to ankle with a lot of weight in your hands. If this isn't feeling so good on your wrists, you could always take fists, knuckles down, thumbs face forward, or come onto forearms, ideally propped up on a bolster, just so you can keep a little bit of elevation away from the floor. Belly button a little bit drawn in to support the strength in the core so we don't overarch that low back. So keeping things contained and just feel as much or as little pressure as it feels right for you. Just warming up the muscles there first, bringing some blood flow. And then we can even play with a little bit of compression. So lock your shin into that knee pit. And then you can sit back as if coming into a child's pose. And you'll notice the farther you drop back, the more pressure we add to the muscle there. There's quite a bit of tanginess, tension in our calves. Relax the head and just breathe for a few rounds. You can come forward, find a different placement on your calf and shift back. You could even think of sending your left hip more to the left and see how that plays with sensation. Really deep breaths. Find your way down towards the base of the calf. And eventually coming back onto all fours. You could take a moment in a down dog if you like to stretch it out. Otherwise, remain on all fours or take a child's pose, which looks like so. Right, and we'll find our way to the other side. I'll just flip around. You can stay where you are. You can see where I'm going with the right foot. Cross the shin over the left calf. And if you did the other side last time, simply switch. You'll know which muscle has been worked out. So just dragging down from the knee pit down to the ankle with moderate pressure that you control. Remember, you can always modify taking fists down or forearms. After a few rounds, you can maybe find a place where you'd like to add a little compression, sitting back and shifting optionally, shifting the hips a little bit to the right, so towards the foot that's pointing to the side. Relax the head and take a few slow, deep breaths here. Just experiencing sensation, welcoming it as it arises in its intensity. Letting all of those ripples come up to the surface because we've taken time to open our container through breath, through movement, to allow those ripples to flow out. Ripples of tension, of stress, stagnance. Make your way to the mid-calf. Sit back, a few breaths here. You'll notice there might be that there's one side often that feels a little bit more tight than the others. You might need to just find a spot where it feels a little bit tangy or intense, or where you just need a little more love, and breathe extra deep and slow there. Find that expansive breath in the rib cage that we found earlier. And when you're ready, come back onto all fours. Find a hero's pose. So we're kneeling, ideally with the knees together. If you like, take your feet a little bit wider than hips. If your knees and ankles feel okay, you can sit all the way down. Otherwise, we have a bolster, pillow, or stack of blankets nearby. Prop your bum up. And if this still doesn't feel great, then you can go ahead and take a cross-legged seat. Just nice for the feet and ankles to get that hero's pose stretch. So wherever you are is perfectly fine. We're not working too much in the lower body, but we'll take our hands in fists. And I'd like you to place your fists with the knuckles kind of pointing towards each other, right above your hip bones and slightly in towards your navel. So kind of in that psoas area, the top of the hip flexor there, one of the hip flexors. And we're going to just add a little bit of a compression by folding forward. So ideally, the back of your hand is pressing into the upper thigh and the rest of the hand into your lower abdomen. And this will massage our digestive organs. So on an exhale, we fold forward. Same thing if you're sitting cross-legged. That might look like this. Still, you're getting that compression from your legs into the belly. Hold for at least 3 to 5 breaths. Relax shoulders and head, keeping the back of the neck long and neutral. On the exhale, come back up. And just release the palms to face up, closing the eyes and observe sensation in the body. Let the belly be soft, receptive, like that balloon breath we found earlier, without force. Feel a little bit of heat in the belly. We'll continue working with the hands. So either in your cross-legged or near hero's pose, kneeling seat, we'll take the right hand in a fist, punch it forward out in front of you. And then you'll turn, I'll just turn so you can see where my hand is going. Turn the knuckles in towards your face. And then from here, we'll use the opposite hand. Grab the back of the hand, the right fist that's punched forward. And the action will be pulling it kind of around and towards you, towards your face. So while you're simultaneously lengthening that right arm forward, punching it forward, you're pulling in towards your face, back. So you should feel a pretty intense stretch sensation all the way down the forearm, maybe into the upper arm a little bit. Try to relax the shoulders down, punch forward, pull back for 3 breaths. Soft jaw, soft belly. And release, shake it out. We'll find that same stretch on the other side. So left fist, punch forward, turn the knuckles in, and with the opposite hand, grab the back of the palm, push forward while pulling very gently towards you. Shoulders soft and breathe. At the end of the exhale, release, shake out the wrists. Very nice. And there we have our almost full body stretch. Tune into my next video and we'll work on the upper back, shoulders, and neck area. So thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful day. Travel gently.